to Tea and Tarot Tuesday with Julia
and Melissa, and this is episode 6.
Welcome, welcome. And if you are new, just a little bit about us is that we are soul sisters that decided to come together and do channeled messages and readings for the collective. Also, we are super passionate about small business. I like to call them soulpreneurs. And so every week we do like to feature 1, 2, 3, all depending on just what calls to us that week. And so that's what we're going to start with. And I think...
I want to go first.
Okay, you go first. You go first.
I went to a local market today and got a beautiful candle and some bath salts from Hawthorn and Oak, which is what is featured at the front of the table here. It smells amazing. It's got some herbs in it. And it even comes with a big crystal. I think there's a few little ones in there too. But their stuff is amazing. We'll link everything in the description box. And then we are also going to promote some tea.
So the tea that we have this week is Cape Fear Spiced Merchants. And for any of you who are local to Wilmington, you've probably been down here. They are incredible. They have so many different varieties of tea. This one specifically this week is Southern Peach, and it's a black tea. And so it is... black tea, marigold, peach pieces, and natural peach flavor. So I'm excited to try this one. I do like I love having tea in the morning that can wake me up a little bit. I tend to collect more teas that are herbal and no caffeine, so I can drink.
That has caffeine in it?
Yes.
How fun! We're recording this in the evening, so I'm sure I'll be up all night.
It's fine. You want to pour some?
We don't work tomorrow. Okay, sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, honey. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. You're right. This thing is so hot though. Ooh, burn my finger.
Okay.
How's your weekend going? That good?
Oh, perfect. I'm super excited. I'm sorry, energy's already lit. I mean, the energy that I'm lit here is the cheetah, so we're about ready to go.
I don't know how I remember that, but you actually pulled that in our very first reading together.
I did.
Full circle.
Yes. So this is a message that's actually been coming up for me.
Sorry.
I know, but I already feel like the energy. So the cheetah is very fast forward movement. It's quick, it's high energy, it's just a lot going on all at once. And I'm getting this message with the fish. I always think of a fish trying to swim upstream, and it's almost just as if they put in way more effort than is needed to get up the stream. And I'm seeing here that possibly coming into this week, that there could be a lot of fast movement, a lot of energy coming in. And it is, I'm just hearing the word like distracting. So because there's so much coming at you, it can keep you it could kind of take your focus away from where your focus has been. So if you have been really super focused on something that you're manifesting or that is coming in for you, I feel like this week is really going to test you in ways of, are you going to go down certain avenues of information, or are you going to get a little off track because of all the information that's coming in. And I'm hearing from Spirit to be super intentional about where you're spending your energy next week. So just being mindful of, if you feel overwhelmed, like if you're getting it to the end of the day and you're like, that was a lot of information, I don't know if I did anything that was productive. This is a message to reel it back in and start to bring your energy and focus back to where it was and what you're desiring to manifest. So if you're,
it's similar to what you're explaining now. It's definitely connected. I feel like you have your toes dipped in a lot of different areas, and it's very overwhelming for you. So being able to reel that back in and hone in on your craft and like the one thing that drives you is what you need to focus on this week. Because I got, the animal card is just so interesting to me always, because you're always so good at reading animals, and I need to do more research on spirit animals. But you got Life's Purpose, and this card, I actually pulled it earlier in the weekend, and it's a celebration of something that no longer serves you. So you've definitely, I feel like with all of your activities that you've been doing, you're taking the time to reel it back in, pick one, make a decision, and then you're going to celebrate everything that you learned from doing all of these other things and these other energies, and moving forward with that information.
Yeah. we're getting similar messages, but for two different types of, I think, situations. So I'm seeing two different things. I'm hearing what Melissa's saying, as in, for those of you that are really focused on manifesting something and really narrowing in and letting go of, like she said, letting go of things that are not serving you anymore, so you can create more space for what it is that you are creating. I'm also really getting the energy, because I just pulled the card of rage.
Ooh.
This rage is not who you truly are. You are love. And I do feel like coming into this week, that there could be energies that manifest within the collective that are coming up for a lot of us. So you may be bombarded with energies that are not exactly what you want to manifest, but it may be difficult to keep yourself out of running down into like the cycle of that, like going down. What do they call that when you're like kind of going down in a spiral? Like not even spiraling out, but getting like sucked into an energy really quickly that really wasn't where you would like to put your energy. So again, I'm just hearing that message from the spirit of being mindful of maybe what comes up into your awareness this week, and when I heard this week that and I know this about manifesting, but as soon as we put an emotion to something, as soon as we feel something, that really puts the manifestation into motion. So being really mindful about where you're spending your energy and where that emotion is coming from, and is that what you want to create? So again, just going back to this card, this rage is not who you truly are. You are love. Yeah, really strong message there. 10 of Swords, end of a cycle. Seven of Swords, which is the illusion card. This is illusion. Like for me, the message that I'm getting is that this these energies that are coming up is like, what is truth for you? What is truth for you? And I really believe that at the core of it all is love. And so anything that's showing up into your reality as energies that are just denser is what I'll call them. So like anger is a little bit of a denser energy and frequency. Moving through those energies and really meditating on, where is this rage coming from? Where is this manifesting from? Like, why do I feel why am I having such an emotional response to that? And reflecting on whether or not, is it illusion? Is it really happening? Is it reality? Are you actually physically experiencing it? Or are you picking up on collective energies that are influencing your own energy?
So many of the same cards I've been pulling all weekend long. You're gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah, of where you want to. I personally think, for the message I'm getting, of where you want to focus. Where do you want to focus your energy? Were you getting something different?
No, I feel it's the same exact thing.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting what I like to call macro and micro energies. Whereas, like, I feel like the energy you're getting is very much related to something that's happening right in your immediate dynamic, and I feel like I'm picking up on more of a macro level of collective energies, and I feel like that's kind of where our messages are a little bit different this week. Same energy, same messages and guidance, but it's possible that your energy leak, your energy drainage could be on a macro level, so collective energies, if you're super sensitive or highly sensitive to energies that are happening on a collective level, or could truly be happening which I think they're probably happening both, but you may just be picking up on your own, like distractions, like maybe within work or relationship or something that's pulling you out of where you really want to focus your energy.
And I think you're going in the right direction too. I feel once you kind of narrow it down, it's going to lead you in the right direction to your life's purpose, and you're going to shed so much light on other people that are going to be going through this in the very near future.
It's just funny that you say that, because yeah, go ahead.
And it's gonna happen. I really think, do your manifestations, because a lot is, I feel like, gonna pop off on the full moon of this month, which I believe is the 28th. I got the crescent moon here, and it popped out at me. So from now leading up until the full moon is when you'll be like, really, I want you guys to all do that inner work and that inner thinking and kind of hone in on your craft and what you want to do moving forward.
When you said that, I was being reminded of, when we manifest with the new moon, and then there's there's a cycle that happens between the new moon and the full moon, and then the full moon is essentially what could be harvest for what it is that you've manifested. So you're in a cycle period here. And also what happens when we're manifesting, we're really intentional with our manifestations. What does not align with the frequency that you're manifesting and you're shifting towards will fall away. And sometimes that can cause a little bit of anxiety, because when something falls away and you're not conscious of what you're manifesting, you think you've done something wrong, when truly you haven't done anything wrong. It's just, I just did a reading on this today. You didn't do anything wrong, it's just no longer in vibrational match to you. So trust, there's that period of where things will fall away because they're no longer in alignment with your energy, and you are attracting now new manifestations that are aligned with your frequency and energy. And again, it comes back to that message of you have to let go of the old before you can hold something new.
Don't be frustrated. It's a lot. I feel like you're, on that micro level, like Julie was talking about. For those of you that have a lot on your plate right now and you're trying so hard, I feel like there's a lot of confusion because there's so many things that you like to do, that you want to do, and you just don't know which one to pick.
Yeah.
Baby steps. Julie and I talk about this all the time. Process of elimination. Don't be frustrated. It says let go and feel peaceful.
Let go of what is falling away. And like she said, baby steps. I've been getting that message so much this week of just take
it's so hard.
Yeah, just those small baby steps. And it can feel, especially like when you're super focused and you're like, oh, I know what I want. I'm manifesting it. There is always that period, and even some of like the people who manifest all the time still find themselves in this energy where they're just like, oh, it's just not showing up fast enough. And it's a process. There is a balance of kind of working, and again, I'll come back to feminine and masculine energies of like, your masculine taking a little bit of action, your feminine really sinking into the feminine energy of the creation and all of the ideas that you have. There's a balance that's happening there, and I'm seeing this, so the card of insignificant change. Melissa and I were talking about this, just like when you're really awakening to your abilities and who you are as an individual, when you really wake up to that, there can be a significant shift that happens in everything, like your old world and your new world. Basically, you're moving into your new world of stepping into who you authentically are, and then everything that was aligned with kind of your illusionary self, or just self that was wearing like a lot of masks, basically. It falls away because it's no longer in vibrational match with you. And so I'm getting the, don't get frustrated, especially if you're coming into these denser energies. So I'm not going to call them bad. They're just denser. They're just of a lower frequency, like rage. That it's coming up for a purpose, and you can work with the energy in a transmutation way rather than allowing it to take a hold and suck in your energy dry. So again, don't get frustrated if you're experiencing some of these emotions, like these denser emotions, or you're feeling the collective energies because you're a highly sensitive person, which a lot of us empaths, are. That essentially is what an empath is. As you're really waking up to, you could be experiencing emotions that are not just yours. You're picking up on the collective emotions, and if we become conscious of that, we know how to work with the energies and then come back to balance.
There's a union that's going to happen between the new wave of awakened souls and the ones that have gone through it already and that are getting ready to assist in it. See it in the yin and the yang there.
And when I get this card, and it's funny because we also have the light card that's over here. So it says the sun is rising and the dark is behind you, because you're truly, really, you have to shine light on shadow aspects before you can transmute them, before you can work with that energy. You have to shine light on it. And it needs to come up, and it needs to be expressed and come out, and you can work with it in a way that doesn't, that isn't destructive. It doesn't suck you in. But I'm getting this card of always remember this, which always reminds me, this is a message that used to frustrate me, of
you're like, what do I need to remember?
It's not the destination, it's the journey. And I remember just a really short story. I was actually hiking in the woods. I was hiking up a mountain, and I really just wanted to get to the destination because there was a waterfall at the end, and I was super excited to get there. And so I'm like walking along, and I heard that message of it's not the destination, it's the journey. And I was just like, why though? Why can't I just be there already? And then as I was saying that, I came across like the largest leaf I had ever seen. And I know that may seem like not, I wish I could show you what it looked like, but it was like as big as my head. And I just remember being so overwhelmed by how incredible nature is, that I was like, okay, all right, you're right. It is all about the journey, because I learned, I'm seeing a lot along the journey that really just adds to the greatness of getting to the end, really. So all of these pieces that I picked up in between, like these pictures that I took, or like, an experience I had with an animal or a leaf or nature or whatever, it really just adds to the grand manifestation, to like that end part of the journey. And what I was going to say here also, just one last message about this, is those of us that are awakening and moving through the journey, there's a lot of lessons to be learned, and those lessons are then lessons that can be passed on. So as we move through our own healing journey, we do become, I say this all the time, but we are always consistently a teacher and a student. And so when we're moving through our healing journey, and as long as when we're present with those lessons, we've really taken like, okay, how did I move through this? How did I learn this lesson? Okay, I got it, and really feeling it and owning it, and having it be part of your medicine that you can then transfer over when you are guiding others that are going through a similar situation. Sorry, that was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
So I wonder, I think I'm going to pull a guidance card. Are you feeling the end of your energy here?
Yes. I am at the end of my road today, folks.
So I'm just going to pull an overall guidance card on how to work with these energies or just spirits messages. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And so it comes back to what I said, is that I also heard a message today too from just a light being that I like to watch, and she was like, oh, I've got a message for you, and her message was, you've already been here, you've already experienced this, you already know how to do this, we just forget. And I truly believe that is reflecting, so whether or not you're just moving through these energies, or you're someone who has worked through your own healing journey, there's two messages here of really, if you've been through this journey and you've done your own healing and you've come to a place of balance and peace, like how can you use that energy to be a guide for others? And for those that are going through the awakening journey, I really believe this is a message to look towards people that are being pulled into your awareness as guides and teachers. And if you're not finding those, I would ask and be open to what wants to come through. We all have really, really powerful gifts underneath all of sometimes the woundings and the traumas that we experience in this life. And we are so magical. And what we can do with that is truly shift the collective in a really powerful way. So that's the guidance that I was getting. I don't know if you wanted to add to that.
I'm so sorry.
You're getting overwhelmed.
It's just a lot.
It is a
My
lot.
palms are sweating.
Yeah. Well, I think the energy this week is going to be intense, but it's just a reminder that you are prepared to work through this, and that we're all going to get through it. And if you're feeling like you're getting sucked in, look towards the people that you trust to refocus your energy. Look towards guides and teachers, or those that you truly trust and you resonate with, to refocus you and rebalance you. And just be mindful of the content that you're consuming this week, the energies that you're picking up on. And if you're feeling like you're going into a downward spiral,
Put on some music.
yeah, that's what this is going to.
Put on some music and dance.
Yeah.
And don't be frustrated. And remember that your life's purpose is not an illusion. You know exactly how to tap into that, and just trust your intuition when doing so.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we love you so much, and we can't wait to see you next week. And
Happy yes.
bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day.